Okay, so I'm going to show you how to set up dual monitors. This computer was just set up. It's never been hooked to dual monitors before, so the first thing you want to do is make sure all the monitors are plugged in and hooked up. So every state of monitors is considered a state. What I mean by that is that, like, if I have one monitor hooked up to a docking station or to a computer, and then I hook up another, when there's one monitor that's considered a state. When there's two monitors, that's considered a state. So after you set this up, if you have both monitors working and one loses power, then it's going to go to that other state. It memorizes each state. So also, if you have more than one docking station, so right here we have a docking station. If you have one at home too, that's two different states. It doesn't remember, the computer won't remember how your monitors are set up because your home setup is the same. It has to be done per state. So two docking stations is two states. A docking station with one monitor is a state. A docking station with two monitors is a state. A docking station with three monitors is a state. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording, and you can see here that I'm just going to plug it in. And then, because all the monitors are hooked up, these two should come on. And once they come on, all you have to do is right click in the background, go down to display settings, and you'll see this that comes up. So this 1/2 means that it's showing the same thing on all the monitors. So if you look across all three monitors, they're all the same. So what we want to do is we want to extend them. So if we scroll down to the bottom of this, right here where it says multiple displays, we want to make sure that they're all extended. So we're just going to change it to extended. Okay, so now that that one's extended, we have to, you might have to extend for each monitor. So mine are all extended for each monitor. So you can see I have three monitors and it shows three monitors. The next thing that you need to know is that you can move these around. See how I can move these around and readjust them? So what we want to do is kind of mirror what we have here. So what you do is you hit identify and it'll tell you what number they are. So if you look, there's 1, 3, and 2. So I want it to go 1, 3, 2 in my diagram here. So I'm going to move it to 1, 3, and then 2. And then we're going to hit apply. Now, when that's happened, you can actually see that your screen will go across all three. The next thing we need to start doing is working on the resolution. So we're going to click the monitor that we want to fix the resolution for. We're going to scroll down, and I set these to 100% always. So select the monitor that you want, go change the scaling to 100%, and then change the resolution to something that you can see. So we're actually working on monitor 1 right here, which is this one, because if we hit identify, it's going to tell me if you see the 1 down there in the bottom. So we're working on that resolution. So we set it to 100% scaling, and then we're going to pick a resolution we like. If you look over here, this one's super tiny, so we're going to make it something that's better. We're going to try 1680 by 1050, and that looks pretty good to me. So we're going to leave that one, okay? Then the next one, we're going to select monitor 3. Again, which one's monitor 3? We click identify, it tells me that this is monitor 3. I want to make sure that it's 100% scaling. Sometimes you'll see this red message here. This red message means that you have to sign off or reboot the computer. Sign off isn't the same as shutting down and rebooting the computer. All it is signing out the user and signing back in. So if you see this red message, when we're all done, we want to make sure we reboot so that it looks accurate. So then the next thing is 100%. Remember, the reason scaling is set to 100% is because 200% means it's tiny. So just set it to 100%. Next thing is I'm going to select the highest resolution for this monitor, because to me, I know what it is. You'll have to play with them though. You just keep selecting them until you pick one that you like, okay? Once that's done, we're going to go to the next monitor. So we're going to go to identify again. We can see that there's a 2 here. We have 2 selected. So then we're going to set the resolution. The resolution's set to the highest. It's 100%. We're ready to roll. So now I'm going to adjust these a little more to make them better, and then I'm going to hit apply. So now my setup here looks like what's here. I've set the resolution to similar, so if you can see, they're all the same, kind of the same size. So everything looks good. So now I should be able to drag a window between them, and they all work. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is set our default monitor. This particular user likes monitor 2 to be the default monitor. So we're going to identify, we know that that's monitor 2. So you select monitor 2, like, see how you can select them? Monitor 2 is selected. We scroll down to the bottom. There's this checkbox that says make this my main display. So we check that, and now monitor 2 is now our main display. As I clicked it, you saw some stuff happening. So if you remember, we still have this red message. So sorry, the video stopped there for a second. So we're to the point where we have to sign out. So again, we have that red message. So we're going to click start, go up to the little people icon here, and hit sign out. You could just reboot the computer. Signing out's usually quicker though, so, and that's all it wants you to do. So we're going to go ahead and sign out, and then sign back in. And then once you're signed back in, it should be all done the way we want. We'll check that red message here. So we're going to go to display settings again, and you'll notice that if I click on each monitor, I have no red message, and all the resolutions are good, and everything is still happy. So thanks. You can stop.